Guys, welcome to this video. Thank you so much for tuning in and sharing in this now moment with myself and with one another. Birds are going crazy. If you haven't seen these videos before, welcome back if you have. My intention is unity, oneness, benevolence for all, the highest levels of love light. I was starting off saying a message and then I deleted my video because I thought it's too long and drawn out. And I had a lot of teachers I was going to list that I listened to that I really enjoy. But my guidance team has been telling me lately, follow your discernment, follow your own intuition, and you are your own teacher. So we're being invited to recognize that it's really nice to plug into other people's information. And again, this kind of refers back to the video I did about information overload. This is a little different. We have so many beautiful teachers out there that are teaching so many wonderful things. And it is important, from my perspective, not to feed into any particular teacher or way of thinking or belief system full throttle. Unless it's our own as well, and we're on that same path and we're on that same track. We are being invited to come back into our own mastery. And that means being our own teachers, allowing our environment and our synchronicities and maybe people that we're guided to listen to through synchronicity, and using how we feel when we listen to someone. When they speak, are they speaking from their heart? You can feel it, a genuineness in their voice, in their tone. And this is part of discernment. So I just wanted to share that because that was one of the messages that was coming through. We are our own teachers, and we've done so many things in our lives that we've learned from. And now is the time to allow ourselves to step back and be in the moment and create from that space of, I am the teacher. Empower ourselves, create our own sovereignty. We can state, I am sovereign, I am free. I am a teacher. How do we find that space? And it's not necessarily that we have to go out and teach others. It's this concept that my guides have just been saying, you've got this. You've got this. Let go of the need for somebody else to lead or somebody else for us to follow. This is what they've been kind of sharing. There is no hierarchy when we all come from here, and when we all come from sovereignty, and when we all come from a space of love, appreciation, gratitude, light, coherence, bliss, whatever you want to label it. So we're being invited to recognize that we all have something to offer. I may not be able to offer the same information that one of my other sisters or brothers is offering in the same way. And I might find that information really interesting, and I might really resonate with it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's what I'm going to then talk about. Because ultimately, I am being guided to focus in on what my universe is sharing with me, in connection with oneness and unity, and gleaning all these other pieces of information and using discernment to feel what's right and what isn't 100%, and what is and what is has a little bit of truth to it, and just come back to here. Let go of this need to follow somebody else's leadership, right? That's what I've been kind of told lately. Like, just let that go. We're all unique individual butterflies. And just because this butterfly over here has certain colors that we might like better, or that we think we like better than what our butterfly wings look like, we are unique. Find from within what our own unique structure has to share with each other, with the collective. It might be that we are the most caring, loving individuals in the neighborhood. Shine it. There might be somebody else out there that's doing wonderful things. Show them gratitude. Let our wings expand and reflect the beautiful colors that are all around us. May the light within me see the light within you. It doesn't mean we have to be the same light. We don't have to be the same color ray. We don't have to come from the same lineage. We don't have to come from the same teachings. We can take this and that and piece it all together. And ultimately, when you decode, pull all the pieces away, pull all the layers out, source, love, gratitude, peace, joy, bliss. And I don't necessarily find bliss, joy, peace, gratitude by listening to someone else all of the time. I find it here. I certainly do feel it from others, and that assists me on my journey, on keeping me on track or pulling me off track if I'm not centered, which we all do from time to time, right? I think. So be our own teachers, follow our own guidance system. And the only way that we can do that is by going within, sitting, observing, looking at Mother Earth, looking at what nature has to show us or to teach us, right? Feeling. Feel what it feels right now in this moment when you're watching something or participating in something. If it feels yucky, that is intuition. That's a signal. That's your guidance system. That's your own system communicating with you. We've been so plugged in as a collective, and this is me as well. We don't even recognize when we're being led or pulled off our path or led to having a certain thought or pattern. We forget sometimes that we are the sovereign being in our own lives. So if you feel like writing, write. And we come back to this bliss, create from a space of love, because that's what we came here to do, right? From one perspective. We came here to do a lot of things maybe, but what I'm sharing right now is to remember that we came here to create a world of love, peace, and create as creators and creatresses. What do we want to create? We see what we don't want, and it's continually played out in our fields. We see what others want by their creating, and we see that play out. But we're being invited to come back into who and what we want to create, and then move forward from there. And that's when more synchronicities will line up, more people that we want to connect with that are like-minded, like-hearted, like energy line up. Yet we also then are able to see the connectedness in all. Okay, from there, that was the message I wanted to share. Go into a little flow. So I invite you just to sit nice and tall or sit comfortably. Feeling into your body. And as we line up with these new energies that we are sitting within, that we are connected to, that are boundless potentials of fancy and flight, we recognize that as our wings of light expand, we then create an alchemical alignment, a trajectory, a viewpoint, a pointer, a viewfinder, pointing us in the right direction, so to speak, in the direction of our dreams, in the direction of our true alchemization within. Do a little toning. We all hold a spark within us of the whole pie, so to speak. Yet we are also the whole pie, the whole enchilada. Lots of food references here. We are every piece coming together, wing to wing, touching wings. Hearing Neil Diamond. Reaching out. Was that Sweet Caroline? Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. And as we align ourselves and recognize that we are all allies, we are all on the same side, for there are no sides, so to speak, in wholeness and union. And as we begin to remember that, we shake loose all of that loose change, and I'm seeing that as a reference to value system, and changes that we haven't quite, we haven't quite morphed into. And it's like we started to change in one direction, and then we realized that it didn't work, and then we changed into another direction, and that, like, maybe what if is hanging out in our energy field, and we're inviting just to let that go. Because maybe we didn't go in that direction for a reason. It was just there to introduce us into something that we were supposed to see bigger than that. For as we make our way through this new landscape, as we make our way through this new architecture, we are less divided than we think we are. For as we come together in this attunement, in this atonement, all of the interlacing is creating a space, a new spacing. And this feels odd. This feels out of sorts. This feels like a different sort. This feels like it's difficult to sort through. Yet we must recognize that in our maze, in our amazement, we feel as if we are needing to find our way out, when in actuality, we are being invited to dig in, dig in, dig in. Duawawaha ashtakiana kokuawahena. For it is all within us. It is interlaid in every piece of us. We are all pieces. We are the neutrons, the electrons. We are the cells. I'm hearing celluli. We are the atoms. We are the bones, the blood, the skin. We are the chemicals that are made up of the entire universe. We are stars birthed in human form. We are starting anew. We have started this anew time and time again in a constant shifting and shaping and reforming in this knowingness that all form is merely a representation of higher matter. No matter is greater than the whole. The pieces are the combination of the combustible communication of source, of our own creative aspect that is unwinding, that is feeling out. The song that is constant, that is always singing, that is always humming in the background. For you are the background, in the forefront, in the foreground, as the forerunners, boots on the ground, hitting the ground, running with this information. Information. The background coming through the forefront as the representation of all that is, all that was. For there is no separation in truth. Yet we play. We play in this soup, in this game, in these reality structures, in these expressions. We invite you to express. We invite you to create. We invite you to collaborate as a unified, harmonic, and an individualistic expression of unification. There is no, I'm hearing there is no I in we. Light up from within, send out your signals. Your signals are being received. You are receptors. You are receptive to. You are reciprocating. You are the great conductors. You are the great generators, the time matrix completers, if you will. Uncomplicating that which was complicated. Let it unfold. Let it fall apart. Stand stable in the knowing that we are those that are showing the way. We are the way showers, unbound by these potentials that are being played with, so to speak. They are a play. Let them play out. They are outnumbered. The mathematics no longer add up as we come out of the woodwork, out of the closet, so to speak. Skeletons released and unbound. For we are the skeletal framework of the new. The new. I'm seeing like bones, right? Let it flow. Let it go. Let the knowledge pour up, bubble up from within. Do not fight the rain, for as it comes in, it cleanses, it sweeps through, it refreshes. The rain comes from the water that is in all things. That is one of the elements, the life support, the system for all. And we are the walking support system, waking the walking dead. For we are here to combine our frequencies of truth in the harmonics of love, creating from our own frequency that which is within as above, so let it flow. For as we bring in union, seeing geometries, The mathematics no longer add up to support an old system. An old system, I'm hearing a System of a Down. I think that's a group. System of a Down. So it's no longer supporting a System of a Down. Oppressed, depressed, moving into compression. I'm hearing implosion. Compressing, integrating, charging, moving, flowing, recreating. No more dramas played out in an old mathematical unequation, unequality, unidentify from that which we have identified with before. In this particular play group, stage group, I'm hearing swing your partner round and round. Let the old stage dwindle, diffuse, and integrate. For we play as the freedom makers, making our own way in freedom. I'm hearing let freedom ring. For we are connected to the rings, ringing truth, ringing out all that is not the rings of the reins of. I'm seeing tree rings. I'm seeing bubble rings. I'm seeing rings around the earth. And I'm seeing all the rings connecting. Golden rings. This is a sound. This is a harmonic. This is the wave that you have been waiting for. Write it, create it, embrace it. For you are not identified, PHI, with any separation from your true source of divinity. I'm seeing that as a play on word, identity, divinity, divinate, IT. We are in a phase of development. Develop. Lots of plays on words. I'm hearing envelop. In love and light, honoring one another in the fold, unfolding as the flowers, as the butterflies, as our light wings expand and we take flight here on earth, here in form. We are in formation, coming through words, color, sound, movement. Open. In love and light. Namaste.